Ghana, West Africa.
Yes.
And today we're with an absolutely beautiful sister, beautiful inside and out. And her name is Zuri. And I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Okay. I'm Zuri. I've been going by Zuri the Dreamer lately. I'm a natural healer, a doula, a birth worker of 13 years. I'm also a Reiki master and healer here in Accra, and a visual artist. So I do sculpture, mural works, and portraiture.
Yes, welcome back to our channel for more real talk on moving to Ghana, West Africa. And today we've got a really special interview for you today. We're going to get the tea from Zuri the Dreamer on how to prepare for that important move. She's going to share her insights and give us some guiding truth. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It's free, it's quick and painless, and it's probably the best thing you'll ever do. Tell them, Sister Elaine. Tell them. Let's welcome Zuri and get straight into it.
This is what I need to be doing, you know?
And sorry about the noise today. We've got some work going on. The builders are putting in some new windows, if you can see them behind the trees. But anyway, today we're going to be talking to Zuri about how to prepare for your move to Ghana. And as usual, I don't have any questions ready, so we're going to ask Zuri what advice she's got for us on what we need to do to prepare. What do you think?
So it's funny because my perspective is a little unique in that when I came to Ghana, I didn't prepare. So my advice to you is coming from the perspective of, I won't say what not to do because I'm very proud of my journey. I think I would say I'm recognizing the ways that I was preparing to come here spiritually, mentally and spiritually, right? So I think a lot of preparing videos are about how to, get your visa and buy land and things like that. But the most important part about coming to Ghana, and I think probably any country outside of your own, is to be very deliberate about leaving the toxicity of your culture behind.
Okay, we've moved to a quieter location because I think the noise was defeating us. Yeah, we just couldn't talk.
Okay.
So where were you, Zuri? You were saying about being preparing yourself mentally, yes.
And spiritually, toxicity, I think places like Ghana are, especially for the diaspora, they are an imagination or they have a promise for a future landscape, right? We're seeking to build something new, something healthy for our families, for ourselves. And so it presents us with a chance to be a blank slate, to really recreate our culture the way we desire it, not under oppression, not under these different, external factors that plague us in the West. So when we come here, we're able to build freely. And so I would say the biggest thing to prepare would be ways in which you're decolonizing yourself, right? Okay. Your intentions for coming to the land. Because I've noticed there's a tendency for us to get here and see ways that we can, live the life that we've dreamed of, right? Mm-hmm. Live comfortably, but often we become, colonialists, to not sugarcoat it. We want to take the position of, control, of leverage and all these things. And so I think the biggest way that I prepared subconsciously for coming here was by not seeking a more fancy lifestyle. I didn't come here for comfort. I came for experience and for growth. And so just reorienting what I need on a daily basis, what I need, even, I had started camping and sort of living more rustically in the States, which is where I'm from, before I ever made it here. And I realized that it made the perspective of, maybe having lights out or, my water running out or something like that. It didn't perturb me. It didn't feel like something that detracted from my experience in any way. So I suppose.
So like preparing yourself to have more realistic expectations.
I would say more like preparing yourself to grow, right? The idea isn't to replicate the life that you have, that you're leaving behind. The idea is to create something new, something more healthy, and something, distinctly African, which requires unlearning in order to relearn something new, and from a place of respect. Because we're so used to saying, oh, I grew up in the projects, I'm poor, and then realizing that, no, you're actually quite privileged. And then recognizing that privilege still requires, there's responsibility to it. When you come, how are you empowering people who have had way less than you? Or how are you checking yourself to, maybe you take a bucket wash instead of a hot shower every night. Like, I was quote unquote in a poorer area, but I always had a hot shower. I always had a washer and dryer. I always had, a bathtub that I could languish in at full moon, whatever, right? I was very catered to in many ways. And so just beginning to really recognize myself as privileged in the larger scheme of things as an American Black woman who's educated, who's, all these things, and just recognizing that I have so much to learn from the people here, First, if I'm going to bring something from the West that I've gained from proximity to wealth, I have to recognize that I have to learn how to decolonize first before I can benefit people here, or even myself.
Brilliant.
Slow down. A lot of people come with a lot of an agenda. Like, we create this whole idea. I'm going to start a business, and I'm going to do, and I would say the first year that you're here, don't jump into a new relationship, don't, make sure you research the land that you're buying, it could, just really slow down and allow yourself to just experience and recognize that you're entering into a whole different vibration, which requires self-healing, patience, allow yourself slow days and, to move outside of a schedule and all those kinds of things. That's a part of, what I keep saying, decolonization. We're used to methodical, clockwork matrix, and to come outside of that to a more analog, slow, natural state is work. So allow the first year here, the work to be changing your vibration. I would definitely, focus on that more than the business aspect of things.
And you think that would help people deal with the frustration?
Definitely. Because you can't make Ghana be New York, and if you come here expecting,
Hello.
If you come here with that expectation, you won't stay very long, but if you come here expecting Ghana to be a teacher, or Ghana to be, a vibrational healing, if you shift your focus from third dimensional to higher levels of feeling and thought, then you'll enjoy yourself a lot more, and you'll frustrate yourself a lot less.
Brilliant. Do you want to say something about when you think people should come, if there's a particular age range or?
Yeah, I think, so I'm 33, and I'm bringing my children here, in the next couple years, because I don't want them to have that painful decolonization process. I'd like for them to grow up in a more natural setting. So I'd say if you're around my age, we are the new thought leaders. We're taking on and we're having to process, generational traumas, and we're having to re-envision what we want our future to be. So honestly, I would recommend if you are a conscious, 20-something-year-old, 30-something, to spend time here at least, so that it becomes a part of your framework for the future, and it becomes a part of your meditation and a part of your vision. And then, on the other side of that, my mother is retiring this year. And I absolutely am ecstatic that she's coming next week for the first time in her life, so that she can also learn what it feels like to live in a stress-free environment, without racism, without all these things that she's held on her back for 60 years, honestly, I would say as soon as you're conscious that you're ready for a change in your lifestyle, this should be a part of your experience. So if you are, saying, I want to become vegan, I think you should become vegan and then visit Ghana, or I'm trying to lose weight, I think you should start a workout regimen and then come visit Ghana, so Ghana should be a part of your shift in consciousness at whatever time that happens.
People also think that when you're preparing to come to Ghana, you have to have a lot of money saved. It's all about the finances. What do you think about that?
I literally was supposed to be here for 2 weeks. I had raised just enough money to buy a ticket here, to do a few activities, and then fly back. So when I came, I had, no visa, I had no place to stay, no job, nothing. And I was sort of in the middle of maybe a 2 to 3 year spiritual play, I called it, where I would just follow the promptings of my soul. And what I consistently saw, the reason I make such bold choices, is that over the course of this 2 or 3 years, the ground always came to meet me. So I would set an intention, and then everything I needed would find me. So when I decided not to fly back with my friends to my new job, I canceled my ticket, I sold my car. And with just a small amount of money, I set the intention to stay here. And everything that I've needed, from housing to work, has just found me. And so I think we've been duped as a species into thinking that it's always outside in. And I think we're finally the generation, or it's now the time for people to realize that the external is generated from the internal. So if you have the intention to be here, and you have, some wise, smart amount of money, you come here and you let the ground rise to meet you. And this is completely, it could be your playground if you have the right mentality. You can build any kind of industry. You can partner with very extremely talented Ghanaians who are excited to collaborate with the diaspora in a lot of ways, artistically, financially, etc. So I think we all will benefit the more we shift from the external preparation to the internal mental preparation, and just having healthy goals, healthy expectations, finding balance in every moment allows this magical vibrational land, that's a buzzword, magic, but this vibrational land really provides for you as long as you are in the right mindset of abundance.
Wow, that's so powerful. And I kind of hate asking the question, because I know people will watch the video and they will say, yeah, but tell us a figure.
Yeah.
What do you think is a smart figure to have? Yeah.
I suppose I would prepare, the biggest thing I would prepare for is housing, because a lot of places here only rent to you 1 to 2 years. But if you live in a place like LA or New York and you're paying $2,000 a month, you can literally save up 3 months worth of rent and come here and rent for an entire year. And that's going to cover your place to stay. You'll have to, furnish it yourself, but that's also just a drop in the bucket compared to what you're used to spending. So if I'm fairly young, and I don't have children with me right now, so it's just me. So if you're, you don't require that much to sustain you, then you could easily come out here with, I don't know, $5,000 and find yourself a little corner to stay in, not directly in Accra. Learn how to ride the chocho so you're not spending $20 a day on transportation. In comparison, I might spend and I'm running a business, energy business, where I'm going to and from clients all around Accra, I might spend, oh my gosh, $10 US on a full day's worth of travel.
Wow.
To my house, to a client, to another client, and back home on $10 a day because I ride the Trocho and I live simply. So if you can shift your mindset from coming here to party to coming here to experience, $5,000 will get you started, and then you can network, you can apply for work, because we have a lot of skills, just basic, going to college. If you've been to college, you have skills that are easily marketable here. You can get entry-level jobs here very easily. So yeah, just prepare mentally, seek to play, spiritually play, and to trust, and your life will work out here.
I think that's the most powerful and beautiful message. Thank you so much, Sister Zuri. Any last words?
I hope you come. I look forward to giving you Reiki when you get here. I'm also a doula, so birthing here is a whole nother thing to talk about. But yeah, so all that stuff is beautiful here, and I hope you experience it.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, Zuri the Dreamer, for a wonderful interview. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for watching all the way to the end. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And we love doing these videos for you. We're nearly at 1,000 subscribers. So of course, we're going to see you in Ghana next time.